always says stuff like that.
But if you lose, you get destroyed. If you're a top player, if you lose, you're like, oh my god, I got owned by Ginger. It's like
if you 12 stock someone through pools, they're like, it's pools.
Yeah.
But you know, losing game 5 is like I'm a worm. I'm worse than dirt.
Yeah.
So both of our winner sets, I think 3-1s. These were like both contentious, but ultimately I think the results that we probably expected. And then those players. Okay. So and both of the losers of those winner sets are dropping down to losers, and they'll be playing the local heroes now, right? Ginger is dropping down to play Zasa in losers quarters, and then MOF dropping down to play Syched in losers quarters. This is where the regional happens.
Yeah, that's how it had to work out. But before we cut to losers bracket, we got to talk to you about KML. KML producing Patchwork and producing a lot of tournaments around the East Coast.
That's right.
Shout out to Kyle. But yeah, you can follow KML tournaments everywhere: Twitch, YouTube, X. And if you are a TO who needs production, contact them, kmltournaments@gmail.com.
Do it all.
Do it all, because KML brings us great tournaments like this consistently.
And by the way, 20 years old.
20 years old, yeah. The rap monster of production.
21. No, I'm reducing it.
21.
Kyle, a fresh 17 years old, and bringing you your favorite tournaments. Big into alt, but also like Kyle's got just a huge skill set now, like a lot of teams and networks. If you are an organizer and you need to bring your production to the next level, like that's the way that KML does it. Like real local gamer that you know, that you trust, but then can put stuff together beautiful. Speaking of which, we have the MDVA Ultimate Summit coming up in a couple of weeks, July 11th and the 12th in Annapolis, Maryland. 24 players, and I've done a little bit more digging into like what our scene is like, MDVA and Ultimate, and we're due. Like we're about to pop.
Yeah, I mean, apparently it's featuring Myth, who is one of the best MDVA Ultimate players, and I just was hearing so much about him because he was making a couple upsets as a Kazuya in this bracket. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Myth is guaranteed 9th, apparently, and was seeded, I think, like in the 40s or something.
What?
So, yeah.
Sick.
MDVA making waves out here in Ultimate, so tap in to KML Tournaments Twitch. I think the thing I appreciate most about KML is that the VODs go up very quickly. They're edited down.
Right.
They got the thumbnails. They got the titles. You know, it feels
right.
like old school VGBC. You know, like getting those VODs up.
Checking all of the boxes in terms of service, like you actually are getting full service, and he's 12.
Yeah, he is 12 years old. That is correct.
Beast in the East. Byte 9 also. MDVA event, but it's a little bit different. They don't call it MD. I think this is a DMV maybe.
Okay.
Because it
like
is
what normal people call the region.
Everyone except for Smash players.
Yeah.
In Hampton, Virginia is a big regional that has a bunch of FGC. Also, Alt is going to be there, but then, you know, rhythm games.
Yeah, this is actually an insane lineup. They have over 25 titles.
Yes.
I don't know, like, as a head TO how you make that happen, but it is...
FGC is different.
It is, yeah, it's impressive. So, yeah, check that out, especially if you are in Virginia or in the area and you play rhythm games or fighting games or Ultimate.
Hampton. I believe Virginia Beach area. It's a nice... I like Hampton.
I like that. I like the geography knowledge.
Yeah,
I don't got that. So
we've got that. So in MDVA, the Chesapeake, and yeah, we don't have to get into it. Well, you'll be hearing a lot more about MDVA as you continue to watch.
We're here to talk about Raleigh.
We're here to talk about Raleigh. Raleigh in North Carolina.
The Research Triangle, NC State, Duke, UNC. You know, like
I've never been here, and you can feel that people are doing homework.
Yeah. They're smart.
They're smart.
They're smart out here.
The North Carolina representatives are still in here. They're split up on the loser sets. They would really love to be making an upset, but it's looking tough because, again, just as a recap, losers quarters is Ginger and Zasa.
Yeah.
And then MOF and Syched, meaning that winners finals is going to be Salt Rap M. That is going to be I mean, I'm very excited for that set because Salt is going to beat him badly until he does it. And every time he plays Salt, I think maybe this is it.
Yeah, I mean, the history with Dylan and Falcons is very storied.
It's storied.
You know, he struggles against a Falcon,
but there's more to it than that.
And then he wins.
And then he wins.
And then he wins. So that's what happened with Wizzy. Wizzy was a big bracket demon for Rap Monster, but he got his one. He has not gotten his one against Salt. I think she plays the matchup pretty differently.
And even crazier, to a crazier extent, none.
Yeah,
I think none is like, Salt is a greater style counter for Rap M than Wizrobe. None is even further in that direction, to the point where even though Salt is a better player on the rankings and on paper, I think he probably loses to none harder. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah, we're going into MOF and Syched.
Yeah, so let's hear from Ziff. Let's cut it to Ziff.
All right, we know our winners finals matchup right now, but we got a couple of losers side matches to get through before we get to our top 4. First up, once again, my Cuban compatriot coming up to try to make the losers run, MOF. And up against MOF, the victor of the unfortunate NC team kill, trying to go on for their fallen comrade, Syched. Good luck to y'all.
Syched and MOF. Syched number 2 in NC, coming off a heater Game 5 versus the hometown, the NC team kill Zimberfizz, but MOF, the master of flavor, is a completely different beast.
Yeah, this is a matchup that historically everybody, I mean, when I started playing, people were like, oh, Marth destroys Ices.
Yeah.
Like,
just set up.
Them out. Just
set up.
Tipper fair, down tilt, it's over. And then, you know, we had Ices come along. I think Slug was the first one to like really convert me to see like, oh, Ice Climbers.
You can get in there.
Yeah,
you can get in there, and Marth looks fragile.
Yeah, and you know,
and then Nikki.
And Nikki, yeah, Nikki too. So I mean, this like historically was like, if you saw Marth versus Ices, you're like, oh, upset potential. But here it's like
it's a little bit weirder.
It's a little weird. It's like, oh yeah, MOF's gonna get some crazy punishes on Syched, but
yes.
Then we have Syched, who, again, sleeping in his own bed from the area, got the crowd on his side. So there's advantages on both sides.
There are technically advantages on both sides. And I do think I would have to see a little bit more of Syched, but based off of the Zimberfizz set, I do think that he's going to approach the matchup conventionally. Right? I do think that he is going to be setting up, he's going to be looking for tipper fairs, down tilts, and I think he'll be throwing in a little bit more short hop nair than maybe the average or the mainstream Marth or something like that. And that, I think, is not bad versus Ices.
Yeah.
The shield stun, how long it lasts, and how variable the knockback can be on the 2 different shields could work.
Yeah. It's also risky, though, because if you get hit by like them coming in with a blizzard or something, you get grabbed.
Yeah, if you lose, you're probably losing because you're short on there.
Yeah, it's like, it's tough. It's like, oh, don't get grabbed. Yeah, how do I not do that? Yeah.
Yeah, simple is not easy.
Yeah.
Simple is not easy. Yoshi's, I think, is interesting also. I think it can backfire on Syched for sure. Where, like, yes, I do think your wins are going to be, like, neutral wins are going to be a little bit more impactful. But if you're trying to set up, if you're trying to like get a little bit of breathing room, MOF is not going to give it to you. You got grabbed and died.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean, like we were saying in the past, MOF said there are a lot of ledges.
There are a lot of ledges
on Yoshi's. They are very close, and you got the handoff. Okay, good DI on the down for a down air. Like got out of that. I've seen that work on top 5 players. So
you've seen that. Everyone watched Mango fail it over and over again, and we were all forced to watch.
Oh, nice getting the backup climber.
Wow. Okay, nice coverage.
Okay, Syched.
And an O across the crowd. Yeah, that was really interesting. I think that for whatever reason, I have not interrogated this thought yet, but Yoshi seems like if you're going to be good at edge guarding Marth against ice climbers, Yoshi's could be relevant. The slant.
Yeah. I think Syched also, we saw in the Zimmer Fist set, he likes playing on platforms a lot.
Sure.
Okay, gets grabbed there. This is probably just going to be the stock.
Good timing, yeah. You saw MOF do a little bit of a jump because that was the one timing. Yeah, as long as she hit the regrab right there, that was the kill.
Yeah.
Does Nana die here? Oh.
Not with the save. But,
Okay.
okay, gets upbeat, the down smash.
Almost really bad. If
Yeah.
Syched was a little bit closer to the
God.
ledge, or MOF had used a little bit of that slant, that was a used up all of your resources, double jump and side B and your offstage. Syched, I like that he goes a little bit for it. I am caught off guard by the number of gambles that Syched makes, and I think that they're oftentimes smart.
Yeah. It feels like Syched feels like a little freer in this set than against Samus. Like I can kind of move around a little bit more, you know? I don't have to like worry about missiles or anything. But
Yeah.
you do got to worry about MOF scouting out your jumps.
I think in general, like, you know, it's the counter hit potential,
Yeah.
right? It's like against Samus, it's all got to be perfect when you move around. With Ices, it's less, it's more that for like Sheik or something, and it's less that for like Peach. So
Right.
you know, I'm not too terribly surprised. Also seeing Syched being like, I can play a little bit here, and there can be some mix-ups. Dying early though on Yoshi's.
Yeah. I do think Syched is like playing pretty freaking well in this game, but
I
it's
agree.
still MOF, and like, you know, she gets these grabs, and you know, it's still a lot of percent. Like,
Those are the things that you just like, those are the things we need to price in.
Yeah.
When we're talking about your likelihood of winning, your possible upset factor of 3. Part of that is if I'm getting grabbed, MOF is going to kill me.
yeah. Okay, using the side plat to
Get around.
yeah,
right?
get back
Yeah.
to center.
You don't often see, when you see Marth go set up, you're not often seeing them move from platform to platform, right? Like
Yeah.
you are, when Zane would try to move and get sharked by Slug, he lost. Ooh, forward throw. Good spacing on the fair.
Oh, that
Nana SDI
Wow.
kills
Syched.
through. Yeah. That's a little bit of Yoshi's stuff coming to play there.
Yeah. Syched really needed that to pull back into the game.
Yeah. I'm not too upset about that if I'm Syched.
Yeah.
There's something to work with, and I think the gambles that Syched went for, you're going up against MOF, you're probably not going to win, you should take some swings. The swings that Syched went for, like, feel replicable. I think that he can make plays, and I think that he is playing the situations, particularly when he has stage control, he's doing an okay job converting, and then when he is in disadvantage, I don't feel like he's panicking.
Yeah. And we got the Dreamland pick. This is like a stage that you don't really see Marth counter picking a lot of matchups, but you know, it is the opposite of Yoshi's, and it lets you dash around, lets you kind of avoid Ices coming in, and there's, you know, Nana's not close to ledge very often on this stage, so you're not getting the guaranteed handoffs as much.
I'll be interested to see how it affects the sharking, how sharking affects this matchup then, because like as you were saying, it's all edge on Yoshi's, and you're not really going through the platforms as much. But if we know that Syched is willing to do it, and we know that the grab combos weren't a crazy like. I don't think that Syched lost because MOF just got a bunch of crazy low percent grabs or something.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. Okay, if they're fighting air to air, what does that look like?
Yeah. Also a platform player, and you know, having a nice top platform there, it's like either Dreamland or Battlefield that you're probably gonna choose. So
yeah, if as Marth being a top platform type of player, you know, if you're a platform player, top platform is either really good for you or it's whatever. I think it's a little bit neutered on Marth.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. That doesn't mean to say that platform play as Marth is a little bit neutered, but definitely top platform. I just am not that threatened.
Oh, gets in on the...
Catches the jump.
Yeah.
MOF really wanted that to be a sweet spot, and Syched got a little bit camera tricked, I think.
That is something that we saw a lot in game one, is that Syched was jumping a lot and getting up aired a lot, but a lot of weak up airs that weren't converting. That one converted into a whole stock.
Yeah. And that strong backer would have just, like, literally probably killed.
Yeah.
Doesn't hit the jab reset, but yeah, reads the roll in.
Try to get the jab grab.
On Yoshi's, reading that roll in works.
Yeah, yeah.
I like this. Oh, nice. I think Syched is pretty good at killing Nana. And then with a little bit of time and space, with a little bit of breathing room, can make stuff happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's been making stuff happen this game, but, you know, sometimes you just get top playered a little bit.
It's just, he's fragile. I don't think the defensive play has been the difference maker for Syched.
Right.
I think he's losing like other Marths would lose versus MOF. I think he's making intelligent reads and.
Speaking of reads,
yeah,
that back air read on the recovery. You know, this feels like, you know, watching Judat back in the day, where it's like you get him to Sopo.
Oh yeah.
And you're like,
Wait.
I'm chilling, but then he takes a stock, and you're like, oh, this is like an insurmountable lead now because he took that stock.
Yeah. Hugs, Evo.
Yeah, it hugs anytime they
Well,
play,
yeah,
basically.
yes, but for sure, where I'm like, wow, that works also. You're
Yeah.
Sopo, and you're doing that too. That's
Yeah,
not
it turns
quite
out like
fair.
no matter what character you play, if you get a read, it's gonna be like pretty good for you in melee. So.
Yeah, you know what's better than any option is going second.
Yeah.
Right? Or knowing what they're doing.
And I mean, if she takes this stock, another stock with, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, not the tipper though, so not gonna kill.
Yeah, Syched even kind of miffed about it.
Yeah, I thought at that percent it might still just kill because it's Ice Climbers, but
That's maybe you pick Dreamland so you can move around the platforms better, but then you can't kill Sopo at 185.
yeah, this is just clinical.
MOF really does not give it to you, especially on the ground. It doesn't feel like, yeah, maybe she wave dashed in with a jab or something like that. That's how you won, but I don't know. It feels like you gotta trick her. She's gotta mess up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tough.
Down smash off the invincibility. It does feel like watching that with a solo climber, and it feels like watching Zane play Bowser on ranked, where it's just like, when he wins, it's just, oh, I got a couple reads with Fair, and then they just died, and it's like, oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, this character is terrible, but like,
Sometimes.
if you're better, then it works, you know, occasionally.
Yeah, and I think that is so that's so encouraging. It's such a hopeful thought, even beyond Smash, where it's like, woo.
I like the Battlefield pick, by the way, because this is like the highest top platform, and
Yeah. Oh, got a grab on the platform too.
every time Syched jumps, MOF is there.
Wow.
Every single time. It's actually crazy.
That is crazy. Crazy read. It's such a hopeful thought that like there's nothing hard coded. There's not your fate is not determined. If you can be so good, you can beat it all. A grab there too. That's not supposed to work.
And then the down throw down air works. Didn't work the first time, worked that time, and that'll be the stock.
Yeah. Yeah.
It works on everybody at least once, I guess.
Because we're human.
We are human.
Because we're human. You should Falco should never lose to DK.
This holds in on 2 blizzards, and then the ice block
Yikes.
into grab Syched. Oh. I feel like MOF kind of was like feeling like Syched was falling apart and was like, if there's fair, just kills.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, let's
it's
go.
over. Let's go home.
You really, like, it's clear on Falcon, but it takes sometimes a little bit of a trained eye to see when MOF is actually going crazy swag and a little bit, like, aggressive, right?
Yeah.
You've been seeing MOF go for really aggressive edge guards. It looks a little stubbier because they're icies, but these are still, like, hard risks that, you know, have ended up being really, like, early kills. Ooh.
Yeah, Syched is just not
This is
feeling it right now.
Oh my gosh, this is it's the expected outcome, but it's not what you want to see.
Yeah, that game 3, MOF,
MOF show.
MOF show.
Moffed all over him.
She psyched out Syched.
Wow.
Does that happen?
Has that
ever happened? Someone from North Carolina, please tell me, like, does Syched get psyched? Because
Yeah. Give
could
us
be a
the
first.
lore. That's right. I do think we have time bones later on. We got to ask Colin
Yeah.
to tell us a little bit. But yeah, Moff, I think she is just rolling right through. And she mentioned that when she's playing a player who's lower seeded, when she's the favorite, she's actually quite anxious because she's thinking about her next opponent.
that is, you know.
It's not what you're supposed to
Yeah.
do. It's not what they tell you to do.
I think everybody has fell into that at some point, though.
Yeah. But I just know that when she is hitting that fair on Syched, that she is thinking about Ginger.
Yeah. And, hey, It might not be Ginger.
It might not be Ginger.
It could be Zasa.
I know, but that's why they tell you not to think that way, because it's a little bit of a trap. It happens. You're human.
Yeah, that's just what MOF is supposed to do, but she did so well.
She did so well.
So
sometimes you can do it so well. We are going to get I love hearing from MOF. I don't think we've heard from her yet, so we're going to get a word from MOF from our other 3-letter tagged Florida. Let's hear it, Ziff. Tell us what.
All right, MOF, pretty dominant showing there in losers bracket. The run has started. How are you feeling? Anything in particular you're looking out for?
I'm feeling pretty good overall my play. I think I've been playing good this entire tournament, from Zasa to Syched. Salt, even the Salt set that I lost, I was playing pretty good, all things considered. But it's always an interesting feeling to take out the last person from the hometown crowd, because it's like, damn, the crowd wants to rip my head off. But I respect that heavily, and shout out to Syched for making it so far. Definitely a demon, but I'm pretty familiar with Marth, just a lot of prof practice back home, and I definitely abused the fact that I know NC has no ices, and I was like, okay, I know what hit him with then. But yeah, I think I'm feeling pretty good about it. Got to play the winner of Zasa Ginger, I believe. So either one of those I'm super down for. I'm feeling good. Definitely want the run back more so than anything.
Awesome. All right, my final question. What are you going to go eat?
Ooh, I think I'm going to load up on trail mix and vitamin water. High-key OP tournament food, not going to lie.
Gotta get your sustenance going. All right, then. Good luck, and hope you have a good meal, all right? Back to y'all.
God, so awesome.
I was not expecting that answer. The trail mix, vitamin water.
It's so funny to have a degen also, because they discover stuff like, yo, I actually discovered that if you drink water throughout the day, you remain hydrated.
Yeah. That's good knowledge.
Yeah.
That's good knowledge. You know what my favorite part of that interview was her saying that she thought she played well versus Salt. Because I think